Asset-wise, we've been working in the commercial sector for a number of years between us, probably hundreds. The change in the market that we see coming through is, well, there's going to be a few things. If you think from a transaction point of view, we see that there's probably going to be quite a lot of potentially distressed buildings that are going to be let and sold. The news on the street is that there's a lot of money coming into Australia because it's seen as a safe place to invest. So the transaction space we anticipate will increase. The technical due diligence is what we provide in that area of, if you like, the life cycle of the building. Whether that's vendor or purchaser, we're easily providing that. But that kind of thing we feel is going to pick up probably in the first to second quarter a little bit more. The other thing is obviously with the COVID and the working from home and all them kinds of things, there's a vacancy rate there, and it could be that, you know, people are trying to understand how relevant or suitable the space is for them. So another thing that, you know, is needed is trying to understand, is this too big, or do I have enough power, or do I need to put everybody in here, or how do we do it from a technology perspective? So we expect that there's, you know, from the not just the landlord, from transaction and operation maintenance piece, which I'll touch on, but also from the tenant side, is everybody happy and have they got what they need? So it's making sure places are doing what they need from a business perspective and suitable. Because there's this thing around, you know, this activity-based working, which was the massive push. Now people don't want that anymore. They want to be in their own little, if you like, their own little zone. You know, new buildings will probably, in some respects, give you greater control of your own area, whether it's the lighting, the aircon, or whatever it might be. So it's a very interesting space from the point of view of new stuff, as well as what's going to happen with the existing stock and how the users interact with the building, I guess. So there's some big changes there, we think. You know, the other thing in the commercial side of the industry is, you know, there's a bit of movement there around energy and recycling and all that kind of thing. People are trying to get to this zero grade, aiming at, you know, the portfolio being, you know, grade zero by 2050, I think it is a government incentive, but initiative, sorry, but 2030 is one for one of our clients, so it's not too far away. So how do you get that building as energy as efficient and the neighbours rating, and what do you do about purchasing power to get to net zero? And them kinds of discussions will start coming through, we think, because you know, it's a 10-year plan in some instances. So there's some things there to think about, and reuse of space. You know, how do you if you like, reposition some of the space within a building that may have been let to do something else? I know we've had discussions or conversations about using, you know, commercial real estate as that last kilometre of delivery for online deliveries of Amazon or something like that. How does that stack up? Does it work? You know, all them kinds of discussions are coming, but it's a big changing market. It's you know, all them end of trip spaces at the minute are empty. So I think we're just hoping and praying that this vaccine in many ways takes over this terrible situation we're in, and in all honesty everybody gets back. But definitely the office interaction between people is, we're seeing it in our own businesses, is needed, you know, and the Zoom approach is affecting businesses in one way, and the people working within the businesses in one way, but it's also affecting things in other ways. So I think business is starting to think about that as well. So it's all a changing feast, I think, in the commercial office space. Yeah, changing times, but we're here to help.